Today's class is a calming somatic flow. So we're going to be softening everything, calming things down, working with the breath and movement, and focusing on the sensations we can feel as we move. So just finding a comfortable seat. Feel free to sit up on a cushion. You can even come to a chair if you'd prefer. But wherever you are, sitting up nice and tall through the spine, tucking the chin slightly just to find that length through the back of the neck. Shoulders relaxed. And we're going to start here just by focusing on the breath. Just noticing your natural inhale and exhale to start with. Feel free to close the eyes or lower the gaze, just softening the gaze down towards the floor in front of you. Maybe seeing if you can notice where the breath is moving the body. Is it the chest, the ribs, the belly? Can you feel the shoulders lift and lower? Is there a slight rock through the pelvis? And don't worry too much if you can't feel any of those things. Just see if you can keep your focus with the rhythm of your inhale and exhale. Good, and then from here we're going to start to deepen the breath a little bit. So seeing if you can relax the muscles around the belly, letting the belly be soft. And as we inhale, see if we can fill it up like a balloon, so the belly expands. And then as you exhale, belly button draws back towards the spine. Maybe really trying to squeeze out that last little bit of air, really engaging the core. Good. Inhaling, fill the belly. Let it expand. And then when you're ready, exhaling, belly button draws back towards the spine. Finding that little extra push, getting that last bit of air out. Good. We'll take 3 more rounds just like that, just at your own pace. Good. And then just return to your natural rhythm of breath. Notice any shifts or changes in your mind or your body. And now as we breathe, we're going to take a little sway from side to side. And this doesn't have to be a huge movement, but maybe inhaling as the body moves one way, exhaling as it moves the other. And seeing if you can slow this sway down to really match the rhythm of your breath. So you finish the movement at the end of your inhale and then make your way to the other side through the exhale. As it finishes, pause and switch. So really just noticing if you're rushing from one side, waiting there for the breath to finish, and then rushing to the other side, being mindful to try and find this rhythm with your breath. So we've got this constant, gentle movement from side to side with the rhythm of our breath. Good, and then feel free to stay with this, but if you want a bit more, we can bring the arms into it, reaching up and over. And then to the other side. This might encourage the breath to go a little bit deeper, extending the inhale and the exhale a little bit more as this movement becomes a little bit larger. Still seeing if we can keep the belly soft. You might find in this movement we can find some expansion through the ribs, so the whole torso is inflating and deflating. Good, we'll just take one more to each side. Good, and then if you've been cross-legged, we'll just stretch the feet out, even if you've been kneeling. Bring the legs out in front, taking some circles with the ankles, going one way a few times and then the other. Good. And then from here, we're going to bring our left leg in, sitting up tall through the spine. You can use the hands behind you. I'll just shift this way, but you can stay as you are. Pressing into the hands to try and lift the chest up towards the sky, keeping that right foot flexed. Good, and you're welcome to stay here, or if you want, you can start to walk the hands forwards, but trying to keep the chest lifted, finding that length through the spine, coming towards a forward fold. Pausing here, and then you're welcome to find that little round through the spine, dropping the head towards the leg. Janu Sirsasana. Good. Trying your best to keep this right foot flexed. But you can have a bend in the knee here if you prefer. It can make it feel a little bit more comfortable through the lower back if you're feeling any fussiness there. Good. If we just stay here for one more breath. So nice big inhale. Exhale. Good, and then you can start to walk the hands back in towards you. We'll extend both legs out again, just leaning into the hands, taking some circles with the ankles, maybe wiggling the toes a little bit as well this time. Good. And then from here, bending the right leg, we'll do that on the other side. So sole of the foot just comes to the inside of the thigh, and you can start with the hands behind, just lifting up through the chest, lifting the gaze, and you're more than welcome to stay here. Or you can start to walk the hands forwards. You might come a little bit forwards, you might come further, just finding what works for you. And again, feel free to bend that knee if you need to. And then once you've found that length, reaching the chest forwards, then you can find that gentle round through the spine, dropping the head towards the leg. Make sure that you're still breathing, trying to keep that steady breath. And just noticing where you can find some softness here. So if the shoulders are up by the ears, see if you can relax them down. Notice if the jaw is clenched or the tongue is really forcefully pressed up to the roof of the mouth. Just seeing if you can find some softness there. We'll take one more breath, inhale and exhale. Good, and then you can start to walk the hands back in. And this time we'll bring soles of the feet to the floor, a little bit wider than hip width apart. Again, leaning back into the hands, just dropping the knees from one side to the other, finding this windshield wiper action through the legs. Just staying present with the movement, Maybe noticing the sensations you can feel here. Maybe the stretch through the hips, the change of pressure through the glutes as you shift from one side to the other. Just noticing what's going on for you. Good. And then we'll come back to center and then come to lie down on the ground. From here, hugging the knees up towards the chest, give them a squeeze in, maybe a rock from side to side. And again, just noticing the sensations, maybe the change in pressure through the back as you rock from side to side. Maybe letting the head rock from side to side, feeling that massage across the back of the head. Good. We'll keep the right knee hugged in. Left leg can extend, or you can bring the foot to the ground, keeping the left knee bent. And on our next exhale, we're going to squeeze the upper body towards that knee, squeezing the knee in. And then inhale, release. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, squeezing yourself up towards that knee. Inhale, release. Good. Once more. Inhale, release. Good. And then we'll swap the legs over. So left knee squeezes in. Right foot can come to the floor or extending that leg all the way out. And then when you're ready, syncing up with your breath, exhale to lift the body up, really squeezing yourself tight. Inhale, release. Exhale. Inhale, release. Good. One more. Inhale. Good. And then letting that leg go. Maybe extending both legs out. If you're feeling any fussiness in the lower back, feel free to keep the knees bent. Feet can go wide, knees falling in towards each other. We're going to finish here. So we'll just take this last moment to take a mini Shavasana. So get yourself comfortable. Hands can rest on the body or down by your sides. Closing the eyes or softening the gaze. We'll just focus back in on the breath. Again, seeing if we can invite the breath down into the belly, letting the belly be soft. Allowing it to expand as we breathe in. And then belly button draws back towards the spine as we breathe out. We're just being soft with it this time. You don't have to find that extra squeeze at the end. Good. I'll take one final scan through the body, just finding those places where you can soften and relax a little bit more. Relaxing the shoulders, the hips, the fingers, the toes. Unclenching the jaw, softening the tongue, softening around the forehead and the eyes. And finally letting the breath become soft. Just let it return to a natural rhythm. And then feel free to stay here for as long as you like. I'm going to leave you here. But thank you so much for joining me today. And I'll see you next time. Bye.